Hello, everyone. This is from Milwaukee to Nashville. I'm David Goodman. Over there is John Lewandowski. Our show is brought to you by the wonderful folks at Hockey Locker. Their logo's normally above me, but the camera's a little low today because of where we placed it. Trying something different, but Hockey Locker got you. You can call them at 414-800-7585 or visit their website at hockeylockermilwaukee.com. All right, before we get into today's stuff, I'm just going to get into the Admirals game about yesterday. John was, well, he got his first good night's sleep in a few weeks, so we just let that go.
Yeah.
And I had no voice, so kind of one of those tough positions of what to do. Yesterday the Admirals outshot Texas, outplayed them a good chunk of the game, and just couldn't get anything in. Scoring for them was Ozzie Weissblatt and Scott Reedy, former Texas star. Cameron Hughes with the hat trick for Texas. There are three stars in that game where Ozzie Weissblatt with a goal. Second star was Cameron Hughes with a hat trick. And first star was Magnus Hellberg with 34 saves. Hellberg played phenomenal. Hi, buddy. There you go. I promoted you. uh, but Matt Murray did not have his best night. Stopping 19 to 24. Cal O'Reilly and Ryder Ralston -2. Almost every defenseman but other than Pro Cop is a minus. So yeah, just a rough night all around for everyone. They did score two goals on the power play, so two of those were a man down. Other than that, on to today's work. Today, the Atlanta Gladiators took on the Cincinnati Cyclones.
All right. Shots on goal in the first period. Cincinnati outshot Atlanta 14-6. In the second period, Cincinnati outshot Atlanta 11-4. In the third period, both teams had 10 shots. And in total, Cincinnati outshoots Atlanta 35-20. On the power play, Cincinnati goes 0 for 4 with 6 minutes, 3 infractions, while Atlanta goes 0 for 3 with 8 minutes, 4 infractions. Scoring in the first period for Cincinnati at the 4:36 mark was Brendan Kressler, assisted by Stephen McLean and Jacob Frosca. Um, then at the 11:24 mark for Atlanta, Blake Murray scores with an assist from Anthony Ferrillo. In the second period, at the 1:10 mark for Cincinnati, Tristan Ashbrook scores, assisted by Stephen McLean. And then at the 15-16 mark, Cincinnati scores again with a goal by Justin Vave, assisted by Adam Tisdale and Remy Parker.
All righty. In the third, Randy Hernandez scores with an assist from Anthony Ferrillo and Ryan Cranford. And then scoring is Braden Pressler for Cincinnati. Cincinnati wins 4-2. Um, in net for Atlanta was Drew DeRider stopping 31 of 34 with a 91.1 save percentage. Pearson was a -2. Oh, I just saw another one. Zach Yoder was a -2. Other than that, everybody was a -1 or a +1. So Hensel was a minus. Jeremy Hensel this year in Atlanta, 26 games played, 2 goals, 4 assists, 6 points, -18. Um, just saying for that department. And in the goalie department, Ethan Hayter 21 games played, 12 wins, 7 losses, 1 shootout loss. Um, no shutouts that I know of. He's at a 2.65 goals against average. So we'll see where that goes. I believe Atlanta is the sole. Well, Atlanta plays, I believe, tomorrow as well. Not this again.
See.
Uh,
Yeah, Sunday the 12th, Atlanta at 2, and then the Admirals play Rockford at 4.
okay. Yep, they play Cincinnati again. Alrighty. Alrighty, then up to bat is the Nashville Predators. The Nashville Predators have been kind of staying around the bottom of the league. Washington Capitals. As many of you know, I am no stranger to my, um, as they call it, infatuation with Alex Ovechkin. I've always believed if there was ever a prototype hockey player, he was it. Just his skills. If there was a guy I'd want to have the build on my team and to build my team around, even to this day, it would be Alex Ovechkin. So, um, just that's how much respect I have for him,
Yeah.
and he's definitely earned it. In his time, he is third in hits, first in goals, um, and second in points. Obviously, Crosby has more points. Um, but let's get into this game.
All right, shots on goal in the first period, Nashville outshot Washington 8-5. In the second period, Nashville outshot Washington 12-3, and in the third period, Nashville outshot Washington 13-8. In total, Nashville outshoots Washington 33-16. Face-offs were pretty close, with Nashville edging ahead at 51% to Washington's 49. On the power play, Washington goes 1 for 2 with 6 penalty minutes, while Nashville goes 1 for 3 with 4 penalty minutes. Nashville out hit Washington 18-12. Washington out blocked shots 27-15. The Capitals gave it away 13 times to Nashville's 12, and Washington had 3 takeaways to Nashville's 2. All right. In the first period, there was no scoring. In the second period, at the 9:03 mark for Washington, Tom Wilson scores his 19th of the season on the power play, assisted by Strome his 34th and Ovechkin his 12th. Then at the 16:14 mark of the second period, Phil Forsberg scores his 11th on the power play, assisted by Marchessault his 17th and Yossi his 20th.
All right, then in the third, Ethan Frank scores his first with an assist from Matt Waugh or Roy, depending on where you are, and an assist by Fehervari, his 10th. Then scoring at the 14:54 mark is Andrew Mangiapane, his 10th, with an assist from Brandon Duhaime, his 6th, and John Carlson, his 24th. Nothing like saying I know their roster without saying.
Uh,
I play NHL too much. I know almost every team's roster. It's kind of spooky. Then Ovi with the empty netter. Ovi is now 22 away from breaking Wayne Gretzky's record. Um, 22 goals. That's all he needs. Uh don't know how to say this without saying it in the weirdest way. If he doesn't break it this year, he's breaking it in the first month or two in the next season. It's that simple. I doubt I bet you he gets in within 5 this year
yeah,
at the pace he's at. And anytime there's an empty net, there's an empty net on the other side, they're putting him out there.
right.
It's not like they're trying to not, like, you know what I mean? They
Yeah,
know what's at stake. So for the Capitals, as well, this is their 28th win. When you look at the standings, um, my they're first in the East and tied for first in the league. Yeah, so Washington's league wide. Washington's in first. Um, it's Washington and Winnipeg. So there's that. Nashville is 30th. The only teams worse than us are the Sharks at 32 points and the Blackhawks at 30. Um, this is more back to the normal of what we saw before the holiday break. So the whatever it's worth, the consistency is gone. Um, Saros doesn't look like he can stop a beach ball, and it's not because he's small. It just looks like he doesn't have it anymore. Um, Preds fans, we do need to start talking at some point. Yossi is not getting any younger. He is in his 30s. I believe he is. Oh boy. Of course they have to make this difficult. Yossi is 34. At 34, I don't think he will hit it this year, but there is a dang good possibility he hits it next year. And that is, he is only 54 games away from 1,000 career NHL games. Yep, he is only, yep, and he is. This is on pace for being his worst season since 2020, 2021. Other than that, he has never been a minus 23 in his career. Statistically, this is looking to be his worst year.
Yeah.
Anything you want to add to this other than Saros not being able to stop a beach ball?
No, I mean, I thought they looked good quite a bit tonight. They couldn't get things to go in, missing the net again, hitting the post again. They showed a graphic with five of the Predators that have hit the posts, and like three of them have six. O'Reilly has seven, and I forget who leads it with, I believe, 12 or 13 posts. Who was it? Oh, Forsberg, I believe.
And he scored today. So, I mean, statistically speaking, I'd pay for Nashville in the long run. They'll be fine. Um, I do think when you look at it, Nashville's let's see. Yeah, Nashville, way to go. Injury report. Injury report. Your injury report is useless. Why have it on your website if you're not going to post it? Um, but just looking at it from that perspective, the Preds pretty much their season is a wrap for what they're going to try to do. I think that at some point, if they make moves, I think it's going to be to try to boost us because they're going to want to, you know,
Yeah.
they're going to want to push. We're currently third. By the way, thank you, Coachella. Not the words that I thought be coming out of my mouth today, but the
Mm.
Admirals stay in third place as Coachella manhandles the Wolves 5-2. I may not like Coachella, but I've always hated the Wolves.
Mm.
As a kid, as an adult, the Wolves have been the Admirals' rival as long as I have been alive. Well, not necessarily. They came into the league in '92. So 3 years. As long as I've been a fan of hockey. I was 3 years old. Pretty much my whole life. Um, your league leaders in the A are Hershey, no shocker there. Rochester in the North, which is Buffalo's affiliate. Two-way tie across the top for Texas and Grand Rapids at 43 apiece. Um, the Wranglers are in first with San Jose right behind them and Ontario. The top seven in that division get in, so Coachella would be in at fifth place. Last place is Henderson Knights there. In our division is the Manitoba Moose. Last place in the North Division is the Utica Comets. And in last place in the entire league is the Bridgeport Islanders with a whopping 722 2-2 record with 18 points. They are 2-8 in their last 10, and they are 0 for 3. That is their current streak. Hirsch current streak for Wilkes-Barre Scranton is actually 6-0-2. Um, looking at it from this perspective, looking okay. Bubble was called up by Texas. Alrighty. San Jose looks like they're gonna win their game. Colorado looks like they're gonna beat Calgary. Tucson is beating San Diego, and Abbotsford's beating um Henderson. The rest of the game's official. Manitoba beats Grand Rapids 1-0. I mean, thanks Manitoba for keeping it, interesting. Texas beats Rockford 6-1. So yep, that about it does it for our show today. We will be back tomorrow with the Admirals and Rockford and Atlanta and Cincinnati. Until then, remember, folks, don't drink and drive. And have a wonderful weekend.